Hello and welcome to a very super special snow day screencast. Hi everybody, it's Mr. S and I'm coming to you from my house today, trying to keep math moving ahead. I'm going to show you the addition property of equality today, which is a little bit different. This is subtraction property equality, which we went over before. And just a little heads up, I am going to show you something today that we're also going to be going over the next time we get to school, whenever that might be, whenever the weather lets us, I suppose. So let's get right to it. And please be aware that I'm going to go over this now, and hopefully it gives you a heads up, but we'll also be doing this in class too. So don't worry if you don't get it this first time through. Let's take a look at the addition property of equality first and how it works. If I have an equation like x minus 2 plus 3, I want to isolate the variable. And everybody hopefully knows by now that the variable in this case is x. Now, I notice on the x side that there's a minus 2. So what I want to do is get rid of that minus 2. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to add 2 to it because that takes me from negative 2. If I add 2, it gets me to 0, which in this case cancels out the 2 on the left side of the equal sign. And did I isolate the variable? I sure did. It just leaves me with x. Don't forget, if I add 2 on this side over here, I'm going to add 2 on this side over here because algebra is all about balance, which leaves me with x equals 5. And that's how the addition property works. Challenging, I think, is writing word problems or solving word problems using this subtraction part of equality. So looking at this question number 2, it says, at age 25, German Titov of Russia was the youngest person to travel into space. And hopefully a lot of our space-loving students in 6th grade, especially some of those ladies in our class that love space, will like this problem too. This is 52 years less than the oldest person to travel into space, John Glenn. Hero of mine, by the way. How old was John Glenn? Write and solve a subtraction equation. Now, most of us would probably look at that initially and say, if I just added those two numbers together, I get the answer. The problem for us is right here. Write and solve a subtraction equation. That's very algebraic. Okay, how are we going to go about doing that? Well, first of all, let's take a look at the numbers and words that really matter. Looking at oldest age minus youngest age is 52 years old. A variable, we could say it's A, but if you prefer X or you prefer G for Glenn, whatever you wanted, that would work. And if we look at a bar notation of what we're doing here, we have the 25 years that are labeled in our word problem. Also the 52 years, which in this case are going to be the answer to our word problem, which leaves us with how old John Glenn was. Our equation we're going to write is A minus 25 equals 52, which is sort of the reverse engineering an addition problem, if you want to think of it that way. Our addition of equality property tells us that we're going to add 25 to both sides to solve this problem. When I add 25 to the side that has the variable, A in this case, it isolates the variable right here, leaving A all by itself. Using balance as part of our thinking for algebra, I added 25 to this side of the equal sign, so I'm going to add 25 to this side of the equal sign, which tells me that John Glenn was 77 years old. Now, those of you that would like take this even further, there is a way to check your answer. If you simply take that 77 and plug it into your original equation, which was A minus 25 equals 52, 77 minus 25 does equal 52. Ladies and gentlemen, that's just an introduction to what we're going to be doing next time we meet in math. I hope that's helpful. Remember, check the blog, because if you write a subtraction equation problem for us. Not only will it be featured in math class the next time we get together, but also I'm going to predict there'll be a nice bonus for that. Ladies and gentlemen, happy snow day, and that is the math you should know.